Peace, and blessings. Hey, definitely welcome back for another great episode of the Square Table Talk Show, where you're gonna get back in your square, only to Square Table, hosted by myself, celebrity interviewer I Said It, and my lovely guest, the legendary
Mimie Acosta. How are you?
Peace Queen. Yeah, I'm great. I'm great. Peace Queen. Always great seeing you. You know what I'm saying? I always look forward to this last Thursday of the month because I get to, we get to show out and show up and make history again and just celebrate, just important topics and, bring on people that's in the industry, entertainment, and the role of business and just have, these important conversations like meaningful. Like I really think people have been sleeping on this show. Like they not understanding like what we trying to do over here, right?
That's okay. You know what? Eventually they're going to get it. I don't know. For some people, it's just a slow process. It's all good. It's going to slap them real hard. Pow.
Just like that.
Just like
and
that.
as And like as y'all see on the flyer, for everyone that's tuned in, we appreciate you. We have some other great guests, celebrities, legends, and we even have an icon on the show today. So, let's just bring them in one by one if you don't mind.
Let's go.
So let me take this off the screen real quick.
Hmm.
Again, appreciate everyone that's here today. Man, make sure you all share this video. It's about to be epic. So first, I want to bring in the iconic Miss Betty R. Clawson. Peace, Queen. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. Just
Yes.
Yes,
happy to be here.
def- definitely a pleasure. I'm just grateful that you was able to make time today because you're a very busy woman, and just out here and making history, and just want you to know you very much appreciate it. Salute to you.
Well,
Yes.
listen, I appreciate you. I appreciate the fact that you are always introducing to the world what's going on and sharing all of our stories and allowing us to give help to others. And I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am. God is good for having the platform.
All the
Appreciate you.
time. That's right.
Hey, with that being said, let us bring in our next celebrity guest. So next, I want to bring in the famous Brea Biz, and she's residing out of Atlanta. By the way, Miss Clawson is out of Chicago. How you doing, Queen? How you doing? Peace.
Hey guys, I'm doing great. How you guys doing? I'm very humbled and thank you for asking me to be a part of today's show. I appreciate it.
No,
Beautiful.
I'm
Thank you.
equally humbled and just grateful for your time as well. I appreciate everything that you've been doing out there. Been just watching you, and definitely always have my support. You know what I mean? And God always bring us people back into our lives for a certain reason. If it happens by accident.
Absolutely.
That's
We've been
right.
following each other for quite some time, and I was definitely honored when you asked me to be a part of the show. And I'm also kind of familiar with Mimi as well. So when I saw she was the co-host, I
Okay.
was like very excited, and I love what
Yes.
you guys have been doing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Likewise.
Definitely appreciate you. Let's bring in our last but never the least guest, and this is the only gentleman that's going to help me out if y'all women try to attack me today. I'm going to bring in the legendary G Holla. Welcome to the show, brother.
Hey,
Oh,
what's
let me
happening? What's
bring
happening?
you
I
in
see a
and
good
five.
panel, good black don't crack, good beige don't fade. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. That way, brother. Man, really appreciate you being on the show. Thank you so much for, making the time. You're doing big things as well. And I'm just grateful for, everything that you do on your platform and, also for the people and for our minds and just helping wake people up with the truth. You know what I'm talking about? So that's
Hmm.
always a good thing. We can never be reminded about the things that we need to know that we forget that we need to know.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Straight like that. But yeah, man, we just gonna have another great show. Grateful for everyone that's here today. And man, what I want to do is first, I want to just go around table. I'm gonna start with Miss Betty R. Clawson, our iconic guest today. And if you can please remind us, what it is that you do and how people can support your platform briefly, please.
Well, thank you so much. First of all, yes, I am the school director for Dudley Beauty College, Chicagoland. the signal. I'm coming back. I don't know if it's
Okay.
I don't know if it's my
Okay, there
Wi-Fi,
you go. There you
but
go.
for a moment I left. I
All
am
right,
the
you
school
back now.
director for Dudley Beauty College in Chicago, and I've been in that position since 1993, which means that's 30 years. 30 years
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
ago, I came to Chicago to open the school with the plans of being here a year and a half, because I did not want to live in Chicago. But the fact that God has given me an opportunity to reach some lives that probably I would not have been able to touch in
Mhm.
North Carolina, I'm happy to be here. We run a school, and at Dudley Beauty College, we teach nail technology, we teach aesthetics, we teach braiding, natural hair, we teach barbering, we teach cosmetology, we teach deserology, which is taking care of the deceased. We also teach trichology, which is the study of hair loss. Then, in addition to that, we also teach educators for each one of those programs. And what has happened with the cosmetology industry, a lot of people have gotten away from becoming licensed and getting the training that they need to be successful. So they'll do it for a little while and they get tired because they just don't have everything that they need. And they leave and they go do some
Mhm.
other things, McDonald's, or just work doing some other things. When they have an opportunity, if they allow themselves to become licensed, they have an
Okay.
opportunity to touch the lives of others. And we believe at Dudley's, whatever you feel when you touch someone else, that spirit goes to them. So it's important for us in the cosmetology and the beauty industry to understand that we're not just making people beautiful on the outside, but we're also giving them the spirit that is within us.
Mm.
That is
Amen.
absolutely awesome.
Amen.
I totally love that. Miss Betty, can you tell people how they can reach out to you and support you?
Absolutely, absolutely. First of all, in Chicago, I am at 8501 South Green Street. That's one block west of Halsted. If you want to contact me, the best way to contact me, the email is dudleychicago@att.net or dudleychicago@gmail.com. And you can always call us at 773-488-5900. We still answer the phone.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for all that information. Look forward to
Mhm.
connecting with you. Definitely.
Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am. Thank you. Yeah, Brea, Miss Biz, if you could you please remind them where you from and your platform and briefly, what you're doing and how they can support you?
Absolutely. I grew up in Michigan, but I've been here in Atlanta now since 2000. And I am a recruiter in the power industry. So I put consultants to work all throughout the United States and in different, different power plants. So coal, combined cycle. So basically keeps the energy on, keeps the lights on. I've been doing that for over 15 years now. I'm also a commercial model and actress, so I do all kinds of, I just did a Corpay commercial, did a Japanese restaurant commercial. Me and my family were featured on T-Mobile ads and
Wow.
just other various. It's just been a passion of ours. We've all done modeling for years and will continue to do so as long as it continues to pay the bills.
Beautiful. Love that. How can one support you?
Oh, and then I'm also the program. So the biggest thing, though, I would
Ah,
like is for people to support the Descendants of the Truth nonprofit. I'm the program manager for the Southern region, and my whole goal is to sow and to let people know about the official nonprofit for Descendants of the Truth, which is Sojourner Truth's nonprofit. I'm good friends with Corey McGleachy, and he is the sixth generation grandson of Sojourner Truth. That is our biggest project. And how you can support us is by going to descendantsofthetruth.com. And I'm also on Instagram at BreeBizWorld.
Beautiful. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for that
Absolutely.
information.
Thank you.
Definitely. Much love. Much love. Appreciate that. Giala, man, my brother, if you could please remind us who you are, what you do, and how they can continue to support your platform, if you don't mind.
Oh, I don't mind. First and foremost, I just want to break protocol just for 1 second. I want to work for Miss Betty and Bree because they making contacts around the world, baby. You know. Hey, y'all are awesome and amazing. I'm G Holla. Some people say Guala, but it's G Holla. I get it. It looks a little weird when it's all combined together. I actually have a show called My Celebrity Life on Roku TV, Amazon Fire. We're streaming about 13 million right now. Just trying to reach out and make sure that we touch everybody that's looking like us on the panel, black and brown and indigenous, as well as other cultures, but targeting people that look like myself, come from communities and climates that we come from to help not only educate their mind, but also entertain them at the same time so they won't get bored with knowledge. Because you know how that goes, Miss Betty. I'm pretty sure you know. When you're
Oh yeah.
teaching people something, they get very easily, distracted. So,
Right.
long story short, you can find me at Ruku TV if you type in My Celebrity Life with G Holla, or if you just Google me and type in gholla.media, that's where you find me at.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Much love, much respect. Appreciate everything again that you're doing, Brea, and of course what you're doing as well, Miss Betty. Mimi, please remind them who you are and how they can support you.
I am Mimie Acosta, and you can support me right here. There is so much to me, but I am Mimie Acosta, originally from St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands, born and raised. I am here in Atlanta now since 2002 and absolutely love it, doing everything in TV, film, music. I've been doing taxes. I have a tax office, American Tax and Accounting in Tucker, Georgia. I've been doing that uh, since 2004. So I'm just going. I do a little of everything. I've touched the real estate world and love that as well. Love getting people into houses, and I've gotten everybody into a house except myself. Just one of those things where you do it
Hey,
for
it's all
everybody and you
good.
don't do it for yourself. So I am now, living that dream and love it. But thank you guys so much. Look, MIA Entertainment Group at gmail.com. You can reach me via Instagram as well at MIA Entertainment Group. Or let's see, that's kind of like about it. If you just Google Mimie Acosta, MIMIE ACOSTA, my world comes out. Reach out if it's something that I can do for you. I'm open to you.
I heard that. I really appreciate you. Definitely grateful for you. And
Thank
when it
you.
comes to myself, all you definitely welcome. All I ask, hey, I need to get my subscribers up. Can y'all subscribe to my page? I
Let's do
said
it.
it one word, management. That's all I ask. That's my only request for today. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I'm just grateful to be here. Grateful to be able to have another great episode of the Square Table. We come get back in your square, only the Square Table with me and Mimi. So again, today's topic is what is it, Mimi?
It's the importance of preparing for 2024 ahead of time. We kind of like
Yes,
have this little tendency of waiting until 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then here's
right,
this New Year's resolution thing that never happens.
right.
So the important thing is to prepare from now so you can just slide into the year as though it's not even happening. It's smooth sailing.
Yeah, and continue to please tell a little bit of briefly about what that means to you, as you continue to elaborate on that, and then I'm gonna go. Then we're gonna pass the mic to Miss Clawson, then to Brea, and then to G Holla.
Beautiful. So I had actually went on this website, right? Because if you leave it up to me, being who I am, I'm gonna have 1,000 reasons why we should. So I actually sometimes you have to like step out of yourself and look into other people's other places to get information. I went to
Yeah,
this website, wholeheartedlylaura.com, and she had something there, and she said create a vision board. Now that is really interesting because I don't know if any of you guys on the platform have created a vision board before. I have yet to create a vision board. I just know what I want to do and I just
right,
flow right into it. And because I
yeah,
think I've been doing the same things for so many years, it's been just really easy for me to just go from one thing to another, and knowing what it is that I'm doing. But it is very important to create a vision board, which I'm actually working on one myself for the first time. It's not easy. So I'm out
right.
here, on all platforms looking for information as to how to go about doing it. But I am, I did get started on mine. And also knowing the vision of success and what success means to you for you. Because what happens is that when other people, when you put yourself in a position where you start talking to people and they start telling you what success is to them, then you start kind of like, okay, you know what? I think if I can beat that success level, then I'm being successful. No, you're not. Success could be just waking up in the morning, having the breath of life, and just taking that step towards your day. That in itself is success. That in itself is success to me, because you can sulk in whatever it is that you're going through, and we all go through things. So at the end of the day, it's just about getting up, moving forward. Like I said, creating a vision board, and knowing the vision of success for you, having that, to go with. And I'll just start out with that, and I'll pass the baton on.
Well said, well said. And hey, I've never created a vision board myself, neither. I'm just more like you when it comes to just like, I just kind of think hard and concentrate and focus what I want to do. And it just, I just stick and try to be obedient to my word of what I said I'm going to do. But with that being said, this topic, when coming up with this topic today, we just, what it means to me is so many things come to mind and so many directions I want to go down, but I'm going to keep it brief so everyone can have their time to speak and share their opinion. But, it's like you say, we get caught up in watching what others is doing, and sometimes we can get distracted and get out of our own lane and our own focus and getting out of, what God purpose is for us, what I'm saying, by trying to, not stick to what we doing because, what I'm saying, it's not at the pace that we want it to when it comes to the outcome. But, when it comes to just preparation, what I mean? Like, if you don't prepare now, then you'll find yourself in January, you'll find yourself in February, you might even find yourself at the end of the first quarter thinking like, man, what am I going to do this year? So this is the best time, y'all, to go ahead and think about and concentrate and just, review your year that you've been in this year, 2023, and think about the things that you didn't accomplish that you may have said at the beginning of last year that you wanted to do. And go ahead and take the steps and, write down or, text or I'm dying some text or type, what it is exactly what you're trying to do and stick to it. Like I say, being obedient. It's about being obedient, not only to God, the universe, but I believe obedient to yourself, because some people are more talkers, not the people that's on here, because that's why we here to continue to try to give y'all some advice, what I'm saying? And we not perfect, what I mean? But, what I mean? We have an understanding of how this works. So that's why, what I mean? We want you to just really take us seriously and when listening to this, but man, like you have to be obedient to, if you say you're going to do this year, don't let 20, 30, 50 years pass and say, I'm going to still write that book. Write that book, write the first page, write the first sentence, come up with a title, come up with a vision and just do it. And you'll find yourself a step ahead than you was yesterday. With that being said, let me go ahead and pass the mic to Brea.
Oh, I'm next. Okay. To me, it's all about, and I totally agree. I'm a big vision board person, Mimie, just FYI. So I have past ones that I've created, and I was making vision boards before it was popular, I guess you could say. And it's very important because when I look back at the past vision boards, I can see everything that I've accomplished, and pictures and images are really important. Your subconscious is probably more powerful than what you tell yourself because, it's everything that you see. So you have to be careful what you listen to. You have to be careful what you watch. I'm a firm believer in that because all those things all those are energy and they can, they filtrate through your system. And when I went back on my last vision board, 60% of things on that vision board I did accomplish. And, I was a big avid reader of The Secret. And of course, I've always, gone to church and, big time into the church. But I also am a firm believer in, God is within. And a lot of people that you surround yourself, the places that you go are really important, the music that you listen to. I do believe that it's important to kind of reflect on the people that are in your life that you're close to. that was a lot more important than I realized in the last few years. Even family and friends, or people that you're around at work. How much time are you giving them? How much are you allowing them to penetrate your soul and your opinions and your environment? I think that is really important.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we talk about it enough, as far as I think certain blessings can be blocked when you have certain people that don't align with you. That to me is huge.
Yes.
So meditating, reflecting on the people, the places. If you didn't get to that, you didn't take that vacation you wanted, then do it this year. And like Mimie said, plan for that and make that plan. Hey, I really wanted to go here. I didn't get a chance, but I still have food in my house. My bills are paid. Inflation is real.
Yes.
And on top of that, I think we all need to take stock of our finances, because if you look at a lot of the things, if you ever order things on Amazon, you can see what they cost a year ago. They've all gone up. I guarantee you, everything's gone up. And I was actually really surprised to see things have gone up 3 times as more expensive.
Yeah.
So going through your subscriptions, do you really need Cinemax? Do you really need this subscription? Because those subscriptions will kill your finances if you really do if you believe in budgeting.
Right.
And you look at where your money's going. I think that's important to do before the new year. That's one thing that I would tell everybody, to manage your budget. And even, I know it's a challenge for a lot of us, because not everybody grew up, learning to plan and how to budget for your family. But it is so important, especially now that everything has skyrocketed. I mean, I wish that Black Friday they would have had discounts on food, but so yeah, creating a vision board, planning, and I will add a third thing. So my third thing would just be health. Food is really important. It's our energy source. And as you know, a lot of places recently, I think Starbucks and a few others have just been busted and are having lawsuits on saying that their food's organic when it's not. Not that you have to eat organic to be healthy, but there's so many chemicals in our food too, that if you do make those small changes, you'll start to feel better. And so for some people, it may just be your diet and what you eat every day. That could be a change that you want to make for the new year. So I am a big believer in writing things down, even if it's on a notebook. Just write it down. Write what write that goal weight, or write that goal that you want to see your A1C if you're diabetic and you want to see a good number. Just write it down and watch how, if you keep looking at it and you keep writing down these goals, you'll see like, wow, I'm meeting these, because you're putting it into the forefront and you're blocking out all the other stuff. So that's just what I personally would say. Do the vision board or write it in a notebook. It doesn't have to necessarily be a vision board. It can be a notebook. Take stock of your finances and eat some good food.
Right. Okay. Definitely. All great, super great advice. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't say it better myself. I kind of went out of order than what I initially said. I apologize, but let's bring it back to Miss Betty R. Clawson. And again, to you briefly also, what does it mean to you when it comes to this topic and what we're speaking about today? And what advice can you give to people just, preparing for the future?
Well, when I look at all of you young people, in January 2024, I will be 81 years old.
Oh, I love it.
So let me just tell you. But I have bigger plans at 81 than I had at 40. Now, not primarily with me doing it, but I think that everyone should start to decide, what is their legacy going to be? What will you leave to the world so that the world will be better? And I think we need to start now. Personally, the very first thing I am doing, and I'm really working on me. We're reading a book. For those of you that know that every Thursday morning at Dudley Beauty College, we have a thing called the Thursday Morning Abundance Now Study Group. And we're reading a book called Who not how. And some of you may have read the book before, but many times we ponder about how can I do this or how can I do that? And sometimes that is not our best thing for us to do. We should think about who we can find to do it for us. So that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to doing, finding some who's. And I was listening to Brea, I was listening to many else. So let's see who they know that they can who I can call on them to see who is in their repertoire that I can find to do some things that I need done. So the other thing I'm looking at and I'm studying is, what are you great at? There's another book that I'm reading, and it talks about, what are you a genius at? And why are you spending time doing things that could be done by someone else? So at this point in my life, what I am doing is seeing how I can, at this age, reproduce people that are better and situations that are better than I've done, and make this world a better place. And I think that all of us should realize, I made a speech last Saturday night, and I think that I said that I was destined, and that's not the word I used. I said, it's what I do is what I was born to do. And when you realize what you were born to do, you do it so much better than if you say, well, okay, this is what I want to do. But certain things, when you're doing exactly what you are, and I'll use the word ordained to do. And ordination does not necessarily mean being in the pulpit. Ordination means what you know that you are happy doing, and you would do it whether you get paid or not. So I think that for the year 2024, the world will be a better place if we help others to get what they want, because automatically, if you help someone else, you always get what you want. There's a young man and his wife that are students at Dudley Beauty College, and he is one of the owners of the Black Bread Company, and you may have heard of them. So he brought me a loaf of bread this morning, and I said, you need to bring some of that so that I can announce it on the intercom, and all the customers and everybody need to know about your bread. It's in Target, it's in some grocery stores, and it is produced by Black people. And I said, this is a time that we need to be able to work together to build a strong force to let the world know how strong we really are. That's why when Isaidit calls me, whatever he asks me to do, I try to do it, because I know that together we're stronger. And that's my message for 24, is let us work together to make this world a better place. And how do we do it? If it's not, if it is to be, it's up to me. And that's my message for everybody. Not Betty Clawson, but if it is to be, it's up to each one of us to say, it's up to me.
Yes, ma'am. Amen.
Very well said.
Thank you so much. Very, very great. Greatness.
Yes.
Thank you. And last but never least, G Holla. Could you please, tell us again what this topic of the show means to you today, and how does it make you feel, and what advice can you give to the people?
First off, I'm a student teacher, so I'm definitely digging in the vibes that you all are talking about writing down your mission statement of life, so to speak, so you'll have some type of direction. I'm a little bit unorthodox. I just feel for myself, maybe not for other people. Maybe there are a few people like me that's out there where I am my vision board. And I do just like how the Bible showed us to do in the beginning. I'm speaking these things like God is speaking into existence. And when I want to do something, for me, because I'm a different type of person, I can't write it down because I'll procrastinate. And I'll sit there and keep reading it and thinking and questioning myself and like, no, you can't do it. I'm not saying don't have a thought process. But for me, when I want to do something, I just do it. Whether it ends up high or low, because I always feel like that's where it's supposed to go. I'm learning in the process of doing something. Like we all know, there's plenty of people that want to start a business. How many people been talking 10, 20 years that I really want to start that business? And it's like, okay, are you going to go research it? Are you going to go connect with people like Miss Betty Clawson, with Brea? You're going to get you some models. You're going to holler at Mimie. You're going to holler at I Said It. Can I get an interview? But for some people, they sit there and just wonder about it and look at it every day. But my opinion, I just believe in manifesting by putting your words to action and learn in the process and always be a student. But that's my personal opinion. And I love this square talk that you're talking, because we're often taught on each corner of anything, even a square table, you have 90 degrees. So 90 times 4 is 360. That makes the perfect circle, or the perfect man, or the perfect woman. So therefore, keep striving, keep moving in reality like you're sitting at a square talk table.
And that's the mathematics of the day. You hear me?
Keep striving.
Hey, appreciate it. You hear me? Appreciate you.
Keep striving.
Looks like Betty will be back. Can you all see her on the screen? Looks like
The screen is black, but she's still there. And now it's echoing pretty bad. So. The screen is black, but she's still there. And now it's echoing pretty bad.
Let me come in and come out. It's on my end.
And now it's echoing pretty bad.
Well, go ahead, Mimie.
Go ahead.
Take over. I gotta.
That's fine. Okay,
I can't hear you again.
Okay, so Miss Betty, I think as far as your camera, because it's all black on our side, but we can hear you.
I lost y'all again.
You cannot hear us?
I'm gonna listen.
You cannot hear us? Yeah, so Miss Betty is gonna have to probably go out all the way and come back in.
Go
just
on.
like I said it.
I'm gonna listen on the. Can you hear me?
We can
y'all
definitely
hear me?
hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Continue.
So there's a lot of mad love here. And you know what it is? When there's a lot of positive happening, there's just always something.
They're trying to block it. They're trying to block it.
That's not gonna happen. Too much good energy happening here.
They're trying to block it. They're trying to block it.
That's not gonna happen. Too much good energy happening here. And I can listen to that again and again and again, okay? Because it is a lot of good energy. Yes, I said it. I think there's an issue with audio.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can't hear
my
you.
audio still messed up?
Should I leave and go out? Should I leave and come back?
Yes.
Leave and come back?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Please. Is my audio good now?
It is absolute. It's no, you're perfect now. I think it was Miss Betty's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
it wasn't you.
Yeah, it wasn't you. It was
Yeah,
slowly
but,
coming in,
based on
and then it finally
everything.
happened. So we're good. We're good. She's gonna come back in.
Okay. Appreciate that, Mimie.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything that everyone's saying, man, I'm so grateful. Well spoken. You know what I mean? And again, that's why we all here today, so we can come together and just try to help each and every one to, have a better outcome for next year, opposed to maybe this year, you know what I mean? And don't be so hard on yourself, you know what I mean, for those that's watching audience of what you did or may not have accomplished this year. Because you know what I'm saying, remember, everything happened for a reason, and sometimes it's not always bad to quit. Like, I'm not encouraging giving up in life. Like, don't give up in life, but sometimes it's okay, because you got to protect your psyche, because it starts with the head. You cut off the head, everything else gonna fall. So if your head not in the right place, then you ain't gonna be able to do what you're trying to do anyway. So protect your psyche, protect your spirit, protect your energy. You know what I'm talking about? So with that being said, so sometimes it's best for your spirit to walk away from a situation, sometime from a partner, sometime an environment. You sometimes get to relocate. And man, let's shout out Atlanta is in the building right now. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all my other people that's in the ATL because Atlanta's strong in the building. Y'all taking over. Y'all trying to take over the show. Me and Miss Clawson, they gonna let y'all. We Chicago. Hold on, let me tell Brea.
Oh, well, you know what? It's a lot of love. It's a lot of love. There she go.
Yay.
Okay.
All of a sudden, I couldn't hear.
There you go.
And you couldn't hear me. So I don't
You're
know
fine.
if it was my. It may
Oh,
be
no,
my Wi-Fi.
it's all good. No, it's all
okay.
good. But now again, thank you for everything you were saying, Miss Clawson. And you know what I'm saying? This is just again, we just midway through this conversation. You know what I mean? It's gonna just continue to get better. So everybody that's watching right now, I definitely need you all to share this video, share it with your friends. You know, you may feel like you are already where you need to be, but I bet you somebody that you know that need to hear this more than you may need to hear this. So, you know what I'm saying? Reach out to them and share this video because they're gonna this message will travel a long way within the universe, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't die. You know what I'm saying? Good advice never dies. You know what I'm saying? It's just that when you as a person, we as a person, individual, choose to use the advice that we've been given. You know what I mean? So yeah, with that being said, like I want to kind of get into this is like more of an open conversation. So what we started as with me, Mimie, and everyone, we started with everyone kind of give your opinion and your advice. But now this is going to be more of a conversation where we encourage, like you know, G, if you want to add Miss Betty a question, Brea, if you want to ask G Holla a question, Mimie a question, me a question, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? This is like an open floor right now to where we kind of like maybe we want some advice from each other, you know what I'm saying, on something, or you can just continue to just give some input on, you know, how things can be better for everyone. And just always just try to keep it brief because you know we at 37 minutes right now.
Right.
So I'm just gonna
So
put it on Mimie.
yeah, you know what? It's interesting. I was just gonna start talking.
Right.
So it's not really, this is for me, it's not really about question asking right now this second. It was just more about touching on something that I heard Bree talk earlier because I'm really huge on energy myself. And
Yeah.
what I realized is that, and this is within the last couple of months, I literally had to shut myself off from a lot of people. And I'm talking about family as well as friends, as well as people who will steal your energy. And it has nothing to do with work, whether it's work or whether it was personal. I felt like if I get myself away from the doing everything everybody's doing, or associating myself with so much or doing so much, I can actually get to self and do the things that I need to do for me so then I can be able to help others. Because God knows I have gone above and beyond to help and give and help and give. And then there comes a time when you're sitting somewhere going, but there's nobody to help me or to give me. And
You're
I was
speaking
like,
my language right
yes.
now.
And I was like, now I have to be able to give these things to myself and refuel myself so I can do things differently as far as how much I give or how much I help or how much I,
Yes.
reach out. Like, I'm like, let me reach out to self for a little bit and do me for a little bit, get back to me, get back to growing, my hair, get back to doing my thing, get back to dressing up and doing me instead of just running around with a t-shirt and sneakers and baseball cap and hiding. Because I felt like I've just been like in hiding with the, throw on the shades and just be in the background like this all the time, and or going to the nail shop to make sure that I get my nails done. But then I was just like, you know what? Let me just go natural and just chill. Let me just chill for a second. And I've been reading the book Magic. So when you said The Secret,
Got that one too. Yep.
honey, and look, it's really interesting. So my daughter is the one that actually introduced me. My daughter's 33 years old, and she was the one that introduced me to the magic. And she's in the Bad Girls Club right now. And she'll be home soon, but she's in the club right now. And she reached out and was like, "Ma, I need you to read this book." And I was just like, "Girl, okay, I get it." And I went on Amazon, I ordered it, and I went through the process of it. And it was just really interesting that everything that I set out to do, because of that, weaning myself away from people, getting my energy back, getting into in a different prayer world, because people think that praying is all about going to church, and I haven't seen a church in a very long time. I'm going to say that my church is my Bible that's sitting over here. I get with God, and get with the universe, and my orishas and my elekes and my zoom, and I'm on fire. It's like a totally different level of thing that's happening now. And the thing about me is that what you attract, you attract what you pay attention to.
Absolutely.
So like yourself, Brea, when it comes to watching TV or watching all these different things and watching all these different programs and stuff that's negative, or you attract all that. You go to sleep with that. This thing is in the subconscious mind somewhere. You go to sleep, now you're having these bad dreams, and you're trying to figure out, why am I having these dreams? Because you done attracted everybody's drama. Hey, Mimie, this and that, and my husband, and somebody cheated, and all this riffraff. And I'm going,
chaos.
I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. So what we are going to do is we're going to get back to self, one day at a time, and that's why it's important. The topic of today, the importance of preparing for next year now, is so you can do all the things that you need to do for you, so you can come ahead. You'll be ahead when that year turns over, because time is going to just keep going. It's just another year.
That's right. Yeah.
So nothing really changes.
Right.
We just need to procrastinate.
Yeah, you change.
That's right. Exactly. Nothing out there changes. We're the ones. So yes.
And what you're talking about is filling your cup. You've been filling other people's cups. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Excuse me, real quick. Miss Betty, anytime your screen go out, I welcome you. You can go out and come back in, and I can bring you back in so they can see you on the platform. That's all.
Okay. I don't know why it's going out tonight. Nothing else is on, but.
Yeah, no, I understand. That Wi-Fi be like that sometimes. But yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Brea. Go ahead, please.
That's okay.
No, I was just gonna piggyback off of what Mimie was saying. I think a lot of people call that filling your cup. So you've been filling other people's cups, and now you're like, my cup is down. And then you kind of look around, and is anybody filling your cup? Sometimes not.
Yeah, look, I have to remind myself to constantly keep it full.
That's right.
Let me get mine over here. Okay, I'm good.
But some of us are such givers that we forgive to give to ourselves, and we can deplete our energy, and then that's not good. So and then a lot of stuff happens. A lot of good things happen in the stillness, and extroverts and people who like to talk, us, we need to sometimes learn to just be quiet. Because we always have so much we want to say and get out but there's a lot to be said for just being still and just being quiet.
That be still part.
Yeah.
Because I surely can go, honey. I can go fixing everybody's problems. And I'm just like, wait a minute, but I got some problems of my own. Let me sit back and fix my this and fix my that, and go put some oil in my car and go do some things that I've been procrastinating on,
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry if I can.
Excuse me. The one thing before my Wi-Fi mess up, the one thing that I've learned is you can't help someone else until you help yourself.
Yes.
You
Absolutely.
can't. You can't, because if you try to fix someone else's challenges or problems, then many times your own frustrations, they can feel it.
Yes.
Miss Betty, right. I want to see you so bad. So what's happening is that on our side, it's just a black screen. Can you go out and come back in like you've been doing?
You can't see me?
No, we can't see you, love. We can surely hear you. No.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. When you welcome to go in and come back out.
Yeah.
Before Brea.
I didn't know y'all couldn't see me.
No, we can't.
You.
I know. So we want to see you too. So we need you to go out and come right back in like you did before. Can you do that? Yes, there you go.
Appreciate you.
She's awesome. I just want to see her. Like, okay, you get back in here with us, okay? We got things.
Yeah. So y'all talking about refueling, filling up cups, and being exerted. So can we tell some people out here, how do you go about refilling your cup though? You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone go around the table, if y'all don't mind the challenge, and just give briefly again, how Holla, how do you refill your cup when you feel your cup getting low?
Oh, I thought I was going last. I thought the ladies was first. Want to let the ladies go first? You want me to
No,
go?
we've
Well,
been over
yeah, it's
here
open
rambling. We want to
conversation
hear
right
you.
now.
you.
We open conversation right now.
Well, I think when we change our mindset, like you all are speaking about, sometimes you think when you're covered, you're buried, but really you're being planted. Sometimes when you think that rejection is what your life is going to be, it might have been protection. So a lot of times, in order to refill the cup, we have to first understand that we are whatever that we're looking for. That's why I like watching the movie The Matrix. It dropped a lot of gems in there. When the little boy said, "There's no spoon," it is only mind. It is only thought. If you think that you're weak, if you think that you're going to lose, you're probably going to lose. You're probably going to be weak. But if you say this to yourself, like you ladies have been saying, I'm strong, I'm the independent, I'm coming back outside, I'm putting that splat on, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna look good when I do it because the beauty comes from inside
Yes.
versus being on the outside, so to speak. So we live in a spiritual world and we're just having a human experience. But that's just my opinion.
Yes. No, love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, and that's real talk. You know what I mean? Like you said, beauty come from within. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things that we do on the outside that makes us up our confidence or self-esteem. Like I got my hair braided today. I feel better. I feel more beautiful, but more handsome. But the thing is, I can have my hair wild. It don't matter. I should feel like that anyway. It's just little things that we do on the outside that remind us of what's really going on in the inside,
Right.
naturally. Because,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying, there's a whole science project going on inside of us that we don't even know, that we can't see. But you know what
Yes.
I'm saying? It's happening without us, with us or without us, without our participation. It's
Yeah.
gonna keep going until God put his foot down. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But yeah, with that being said, I just, I'm just like when my cup get low, I just, you know what I'm saying, I try to, take a break a little bit from like some things you can't take a break from. If them bills gotta be paid, you better take your butt to work. You better not call off. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know which type of breaks to take. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's other things that I can do that where I can take a break. Like I might not answer the phone. I can take a break from that, you know what I'm saying, and just get back to me. Like Mimi said, get back to self. I might say I'm not doing no interviews this week because I need to get back to self. I need to just take a break and take a breather because life can be exerting even for us. You know what I'm saying? So I know life can be exerting for y'all who's our audience right now. And man, just again, I'm just gonna keep going back to square one. Like, don't be so tough on yourself. You know what I mean? Like you actually doing a lot better than you probably perceive yourself is, because we are our biggest critic. So sometimes, when you don't accomplish that goal and you didn't make this money or you didn't get that deal or whatever the case may be, you beating yourself up. But that's not necessary because others are looking at you. I'm looking at you. Mimi looking at you. G Holla looking at you. Bree looking at you. Miss Betty. And we like, man, they are awesome. They are doing their thing. Like, I wish that I could, you know what I'm saying, be that stern or whatever the case may be, or diligent. So that's my advice when it comes to that. Like, that's how you refill your cup. Just, sometimes take a step back, but just know which way to step back, and don't take a step back in a direction where it's gonna mess up your livelihood or your family, from eating. You know what I'm saying? Don't take the food off
That's
the
right.
table.
I was gonna say too, another good thing that I personally do is I'll take a social media break.
Yes.
I have to, and I feel so replenished sometimes afterwards. But I can't take too big of a break because a lot of what I do involves social media. Fortunately, but certain
Right.
platforms I'll take a break on if I know I don't have anything really to post or anything important I really need to say. I don't feel pressure to just post anything. So
Right.
sometimes just taking that, or I'll take a break for like a whole month. I won't watch TV. And some people will be like, well, what if you miss something? Okay.
Right.
we can't
Right.
possibly know what's going on. And, I can't keep up with everything, right? That's like a full-time job. And I'm really not trying to do that. I try to keep up to date with what's going on that may affect me or my children and my family. But at the same time, sometimes there's too much information that we get from everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever. And I know a lot of what we do is social media, but it is important. I think sometimes just to take a break from either TV or people's opinions on certain topics all the time, especially if it's drama in the celebrity world. As you know, that's a lot of distraction to keep you from what's really important in the world, like what they're putting in our food and what they're doing behind the scenes in government. I believe that some of these celebrities are planted and they push these things out because it really has no bearing on our life whatsoever.
Right.
These agendas, right?
So that's how I will take a break, and that's how I'll fill my cup, is just giving myself a break from all the nonsense.
Yes. And I think if I may say something on top of that, as far as the social media is concerned, I think because we are in the industry, we give it a lot of attention, but it's important to be able to wean yourself out of it. Like, I will start, like, after I finish my prayer morning, I have so many pages and so much thing going on. So what I do is I look for what it is I want to put out there, and I put it out to all my platforms, and I jump off, and I would not be on there for hours, because it can get, then people start sending all these inbox messages and who needs what or who wants what. And you find yourself, you can be on there for hours. You're on there at 8 o'clock in the morning. Next thing you know, before you know it, it's midday. The day is gone, because we already know what happens really in the world today. After 1 o'clock, people go to lunch and come back. You cannot get a good conversation out of nobody. Everybody is full. They're tired. They're pissed off because you're calling, asking questions. So if you don't catch people early in the morning, you're done. But if you're giving all your energy to social media in the morning, what's going to happen at midday? You're done as well, because you've entertained so much that now you want to peel away. And then where does the day go? And that can happen. That can happen for days and days. And sometimes people get caught up in that. And that's how you end up losing everything. So you got to get to self. Like that's been the sweetest thing that has happened for me. And I'm not going to lie to you. I've been so happy as a result of getting with self, and it's okay. And people just have to respect that. If they don't respect that, it's because they don't respect you.
That's right. They got to respect your boundaries. And I was going to say too, I won't be long. I'm just going to piggyback real quick, because you're saying a lot of the same stuff. Once you find that peace, you can be addicted to that.
Yes.
That piece of, okay, you can't always have access to me all the time.
Yes.
That can be addicting. And especially if you really love yourself and you enjoy being by yourself.
Yes.
Just having, even if it's just 5 minutes,
I do. And sometimes I have to peel myself from self, because, my brother and I, we live together, and I have to peel away just to give him some attention, because I'll be like, I know I can be on my own, stuck on myself for hours and days. Just like, I'm good. Leave me alone. I'm in this place right here and I love it. I don't know if that can be bad, but I know that right now it's really good.
Some people don't like to be by themselves, so I think you're doing good. Because some people don't even like to be by themselves.
I'm good for being by myself, and I'm good for being around people. But sometimes when it becomes that little thing, I'm like, I know when to leave.
Yeah.
Some folks, and I think we in this platform are in a different age bracket. So of course we already know what time it is when we hear that little, or we feel that little, because the gut feeling is not a gut feeling. The gut feeling is God telling you, you better get on.
Absolutely.
So I'm good with that. G Holla, I see you over there. Say what you gotta say, my brother. Say what you gotta say.
He's stirring over there. He's like, I got
You like you said earlier, you definitely
because we about to before this show ends. So and then I want to come back to Miss Betty, also. But go ahead, G Holla.
Oh, just real briefly, she's absolutely right. You got to definitely follow what that God inside of you saying. It's been not written in ye law for ye of gods. And you got to follow them Netzeru, them Orishas, them original Elohim, whatever name you want to put on it. You have to definitely follow, because they're speaking to you. Your spirit guides or your angels, or however you term you want to use, is always trying to teach you something. And you're not crazy. You're not delusional. You're not lost. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. The children of Israel was in the wilderness 40 years because they put themselves there, because they didn't believe in who they were and what their mission was. And that's a lot of us. A lot of us are stuck in wildernesses, inside of urban communities, inside of neighborhoods, inside of cities, things of that nature. But definitely listen to that inner voice, especially when it's trying to give you some wise knowledge.
Yes. Thank you. I love it. I love that inner voice. I've been listening to that inner voice for a minute now, and I'm like, inner voice, where you at? I depend on it. Like I depend on the breath of life,
Right. Hey, Miss R. Clawson, are you there still?
I am here. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can
Can
hear
y'all
Yeah.
you.
hear
We just
me?
can't see you. Just can't see you.
Okay. But I hear you. So
Okay.
all is well.
Yeah. it's
All is
all
well.
well. Well, just briefly before we end the show, I want to just again ask you to give advice when it comes to like when your cup gets low in life, or you feel exerted, or when you feel overwhelmed, with all that you do and all the great accomplishments that you have. What is a person like yourself? How do you take that approach? What do you do to get back to yourself and to get back focused or stay to stay on your path, ma'am? How do you
If
refill your
you
cup?
if you can hear me, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, we can hear
you can
you.
hear
Just
me.
can't see.
Okay, then if you can hear me, now let me just tell you, but the best thing that could have ever happened to me, the best thing was when we were locked in, when we were sheltered in place. Because I had to learn to talk to Betty, read to Betty, and I would do church every Sunday, usually sitting right here at my dining room table.
Right.
And I just learned that my little condominium was just a great place
Mhm.
to entertain me.
Mm,
Yes.
And I love me.
that's right.
So I learned. A lot of people said that the pandemic was, and it was not good for some people in my family that was accustomed to being in people and doing. My brother right now is suffering from dementia. My
Mm,
sister-in-law had a challenge, and I said, well, the thing that they didn't learn during the pandemic was to love themselves.
Mhm.
You know, how can you get anyone else to love you if you don't love yourself? And I happen to like Betty Clawson.
mm-hmm.
I,
I heard
I,
that.
I like her. We walk through this little place and we talk to each other and I answer myself and I laugh. But if you cannot love yourself and enjoy yourself, other people will not love you as well. So the pandemic was good for me
Yes,
because it
ma'am.
got me away from that everyday routine. And I was able to just, if I wanted to be in my pajamas all day, I was in my pajamas all day, you know,
I heard
and
that.
it's okay. So again, I think the one thing that we all need to do is listen to that small inner voice that can give us the joy that we're looking for everywhere. Because that's where it is. It's within us. I'm so glad y'all were able to hear me again because I said, I want to hear what they're saying.
Yes, and your voice is
No.
so therapeutic. We're all sitting here like kids in a class.
Yeah, no, so grateful for everything that you stand. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your message. And just thank you for everybody that's been on the show today. Thank you for all for taking time out of your busy, busy schedule and lives to show up, to support both Mimie and I's platform of this show, the Square Table. And what I want to do is something that I do traditionally and I do this because God doesn't know. I mean, God knows we don't know what tomorrow may bring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I try to always tell people how I really feel about them. Wow, I got the time, and I just use this show as a base to do that. So I want to start with Miss Betty R. Clawson real quick. Again, I'm gonna take my sunglasses off. So I want to just again thank you, Miss Betty, for showing up. Like you say, when I call on you, I know you super, super, super busy, and you don't usually do this, like get online and do shows like this, but you always do it for me, and I'm so grateful and humbled, and I can't express how much I am. Like, but I just want to tell you, I love you. You know what I mean? I want to say congratulations because Miss Betty recently won the Joe Biden Lifetime Presidential Award, and so she was just awarded
Yes.
with that. And so congratulations to you, Queen.
Oh,
Well
Thank
deserved.
you.
Well
Congratulations.
deserved.
Awesome. Wow.
And
Thank you.
and what was special when I saw that, beyond the fact of what it is that I'm like, man, she's being honored, and I'm grateful to always say that I was had an opportunity to crown Miss Betty also, you know what I'm saying? And I honored
You sure
I
did.
was able I was able to honor you with under my tribute to women event tour back in 2017, 2018, I'm sorry. But what's special is um I crowned Sister Africa also. And I saw Sister Africa beside you when you were being awarded for the Presidential Award. And so, like, I'm like, so I was super, super, super humbled to be able to see that. And just, I'm grateful for everything that you've been doing. And I just want to pray over your life and everything and all your students in your schools. You don't have just a school here, but if I'm not mistaken, you have a school in what, North Carolina, South Carolina?
Yes, it's one in North Carolina and one in Washington, D.C.
And Washington, D.C. Look at you. I ain't
Wow.
mad at you. Just proud of you. And that is super awesome. How many students now do you have, if you have a count on them?
Oh, wow. During the 30 years
Graduate?
in Chicago, there's been over 8,000 students.
Wow.
Okay, that's good. That's
Crazy.
powerful. Over 8,000 lives that you have touched and changed. You know
In
what I mean? And
Chicago.
that's in Chicago.
Yeah, in Chicago.
Right. Did you have a total count?
No, but see, what I don't talk a lot about, before coming to Chicago, I was the founding dean of Dudley Cosmetology University. There was an
Right.
advanced program where people came from all over the world to get advanced training to learn how to run their cosmetology businesses better. And with
That's right.
that program, I think Mr. Dudley once told me we had over 30,000 people that came through that program.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I acknowledge you as an icon, because that's exactly who you are. And I'm just so grateful again for your presence. Thank you for sharing all that you do on this earth. And I just love you, and I'm just grateful for you. And man, just many blessings to you. I know Mimi, she has to get out of here, and she has a special appointment as well. So let me move on to Mimi. But man, thank you, Miss Clawson. Salute to you, and thank you so much for always showing
Thank
up
you.
for me and the
Thank
support
you.
everything that I do. I love you. Mimi, real quick before you get out of here, always thank you again for everything that you do, Queen. Um, Appreciate you always co-hosting. She's also the co-host last season from her point of view talk show alongside shout out to Lily the Goddess. And what I mean, hopefully, your schedule allows you to be back for another season. But with that being said, again, salute to everything that you do. I'm grateful
Thank
for
you.
you. You do so many things for other people. You open your door. You've been on TV and commercials since the age of 15 years old. Let the story be real, told the right way. You know what I'm saying? And man, thank you for just supporting me, because anytime I get any type of support, anytime any of us get support, genuine support, that's special, because not
Yes.
everybody cares about people. And all of y'all here, I can tell that y'all care, and you are such a caring and loving person, Mimi. And I see
Thank
your
you.
spirit all over you, and you got the glow.
Thank you. Yeah, besides this bright
Yes,
light,
yes.
yes, it's the glow. But look, thank you guys so much. I have to run, and I hate that I have to run. But Miss Betty, it's been such sweet talking to you, and I look forward to connecting with you again. And Brea, one love, Empress, and G Holla, I look
Yeah.
forward to connecting with you. Okay,
So
so
great
one
to meet
love.
you.
God bless. I said it. Thank you so much for all that you do. You already know what time it is. Make it happen because you
All
said
day.
it. Oh,
Love
one
you.
love.
Peace.
I'm
Be
out.
safe.
Love y'all
Have a good
too. Bye
appointment.
bye.
All right, bye. Yeah, again, thank you for everyone. But yeah, Brea, I want to move on to you as well. And just, Dag, am I stuttering? I mean, not stuttering. Do y'all hear echo?
Nope.
Y'all, no echo? Okay, good. It's just on my end. Okay, well, anyway, thank you for everything that you do. I'm truly impressed that you have gotten into, the descendants of the truth. You know what I mean? That's super awesome. And it's so needed. You know what I mean? And beyond all of this entertainment stuff that we do, is about the community too. You know what I'm saying? We have to do things as a people to help continue to wake each other up. You know what I'm saying? And both you and G Holla are doing things of that nature, and Miss Dudley as a whole with her school. So I just want to tell you congratulations. It's great to be able to do this entertainment thing, not only by yourself, but like you say, your family has been featured on T-Mobile commercials. That's super awesome. I'm listening, I'm hearing, I'm paying attention. You know what I'm saying? And that's like, how awesome is that to be able to do something, not only just something that you love, but to be able to open the door for your family to be recognized as well. That's super awesome. And congratulations to you for everything that you've been doing. Um, you know, just thank you for your support. And I need to get back to keeping up with more things that you're doing, and hopefully, well, the door has been reopened, and I'm grateful that you answered the door when I knocked, because now we can network more and do more things together to support each other's platform. So thank you for you, salute to you, and my prayers to, and I pray God continue to watch over you and all your family, and may y'all be safe with your travels and stuff like that as well. And
Thank you so much. I really
for the
appreciate that.
holidays too,
Thank
definitely,
you.
and for the holidays.
And I appreciate you as well. Like I said, I've been following you for a while now, and I was even showing people that I knew, like, wow, he's, steadfast, he persistent, continues to go, no matter what happens through the pandemic and everything, you just continue to interview people and bring those stories to life. And so what you're doing is definitely needed, and you have a real content. So it's needed out here.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. I'm humbled always by your words, and just thank you again for your support. I needed that.
Oh, absolutely.
um, and my brother G Holla, what I'm saying? My brother from another womb, what I'm saying? Not from another mother, from another womb. You hear me? Is that deep? What I'm saying, man, bro, we connect in a different way, man. And I appreciate your support. I appreciate everything that you do on your platform, as you also we have in common, being an interviewer, hosting, being around different A-list, B-list, whoever celebrities, and what I'm saying, just being able to get that respect. When you get that respect back from especially some of the people that I've seen you interview or been on your platform, that's like super awesome. That shows the awesomeness in you when they show you that type of respect, because those people not there at the top when it comes to entertainment by accident. God has placed them there for whatever reason, you know, and for them to show them the respect that they show you, that's a testament to how special you are too. You know what I'm saying? And again, everything that you post on your platform about the truth and about history, about the black man, the black woman, you know what I'm saying, about our descendants, as that's another lane that Brea is in as well. It's just much respect to you, brother. And what I'm saying, I just want to salute you again today, man. And I'm grateful for your time, your support. And what I mean, again, thank you for that interview that we recently did. Thank you for, interviewing me to be able to tell my story to your audience, to your huge audience. So I'm grateful, man. And man, I pray that God continue to watch over you and all your family and friends, and your platform, and may it continue to grow even bigger. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get to 30 million.
Hey, thank you, my brother. You too, man. I just want to say I'm a reflection of you as well as everybody else. The greatness that you see in me is nothing more than the mirror that you see for yourself, and I appreciate you.
Yes, sir, man. That way, brother. And man, appreciate all of you all. I'm just grateful to be able to do this show again. Thank you, Miss Clawson. Thank you, Bree. And I'm sorry, Brea. How do I pronounce your name? Is it Brea? I'm sorry, you muted right now.
It's just Brie. A lot of people say
Oh,
Brea because of the A, so I'm used to that. But yeah, it's just Brie.
yeah, because I've been switching up the whole episode. My apologies.
No, you're fine. It's all good.
Yeah.
I even have a close friend who always calls me Brea, and she knows it's Brie. So
Oh, okay. No doubt, no doubt. But now again, thank you all for being here. Thank you for taking time out of your super, super busy schedule on this lovely Thursday night. You know what I'm saying? I know it's later where y'all are there in Atlanta. So I really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I know it's rough sometimes, to be able to, something that's not in your plans to go in and make and fit in your schedule. So, that's special that's special to me, and I'm grateful and I'm humbled. I don't take it for granted. And I definitely don't take you for granted, Miss Betty R. Clawson, for all that you do. And I pray that nobody takes your presence, your energy, all your love that you show to people here in Chicago, Washington, North Carolina, and around the world, all the people you have touched all of these years. Um, for you celebrated over 75 years. When it comes to what remember when I had a chance to honor you, wasn't it number 75?
I think so. I think it was.
Right. And
I
so
think so.
what did that 75 represent again?
I think that was during my 75th birthday. I think that's
Oh
when
yeah.
I think it was my
Right. It's
75th
been 5 years.
birthday.
Right,
Yeah.
because you say you about to be 81, right?
Yes.
Yeah, sure enough. That was that was
That's right.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
But
awesome.
I want the world to know how determined you are to lift other people up. I see it all the time. I see you doing for others and showing them love and giving them a platform. It takes a lot to do that. And so tonight, I honor you for all
Mm.
that you do. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Queen. And as y'all see over my shoulder, this is actually Mrs. Dudley's logo to her school, Dudley Beauty School System Chicago. So I'm grateful to have your energy with me at all times when I'm doing these shows, when I'm doing everything that I'm doing. Like you always here because you allowed me to use your logo on my backdrop to be able to highlight what you do as well. So thank you for that. I don't take that for granted. And thank you for those endearing words and compliments because I'm grateful and I just do all I can because you know what I mean, it's about, again, we don't know how long we're gonna be here and until I serve my biggest purpose that I believe is my purpose, um, I'm just gonna keep I'm just trying to do all I can, because I really love people and I really care, you know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful to say that with that being said in conclusion, like I'm opening up my first retail store here in Bloomington, Illinois right now. And that's gonna be open, God willing in January, late January. And after I get my permits and
Congratulations.
all that together. Yeah, thank you, thank you. And
Congratulations.
I'm grateful to be able to use that as a platform to where people can be vendors as well. So like you all have the pop-up shops. So now it'll be like a 3 days a week. People will be there to be able to, sell their products and promote their services. But and it's not for people, more power to them, but it's not for somebody going around the house like, man, I think I can resell this plate right here. Let me go down to Isaidit place. Nah, that ain't this. And that's not what this is right here. That's not what we doing over here. You know what I'm talking about? This is for people that have products and services, and we gonna keep it professional. It's not your typical flea market, but it can be associated with like a flea market or a marketplace. You know what I'm saying? And then it'll be opportunities for people to be able to promote themselves. For we'll have an indoor billboard too, that can also be seen from the outside for the street view. So I'm grateful to that that's what's coming. And if anybody interested in that, just holler back. So, man, thank you so much. And last but not least, please, real quick, everyone tell the rest of the people that still checked in, how can they support your platform? How can they reach you real quick? Miss Clawson, how can they reach you?
Dudley Chicago at att.net or dudleychicago@gmail.com.
Mm, yes, ma'am. Bree, how can they reach you and how can they support you real quick, please?
You guys can check me out on Instagram at Brea Biz World. That's BREA Biz BIZ World, and that's on Instagram. Also, please check out our nonprofit website at descendantsofTheTruth.com. A lot of good stuff on there. Also, ways for you to support financially. And we bring 3 or 4 events per year to Atlanta as well. So you can also find out about those events in Atlanta on the website.
Okay, absolutely. Thank you for that. And salute to Gina Hills, Life and Entertainment. The legendary Gina Hills just clocked in from Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Queen. Thank you. G Holla, man, please tell them how can they support you and how can they get in contact with
Cool. Definitely, if you on Roku TV or Amazon Fire TV, in your search bar, put in G Holla. That's GEHOLLA. Like, let me holla at you. G Holla, My Celebrity Life. You'll see the links will come up. Or if you're just on Google or any search engine, put in G Holla, My Celebrity Life, and everything will lead you back to gholla.media, MEDIA. And all my email, my number, everything is there. You can hit me up and let me know what you're trying to do. Even if you say, hey, I'm not a celebrity, I'm a struggling artist, and you need some media coverage, especially virtually, hit me up. We'll still air you on the platform. Like I say, we're streaming about 12 to 13 million downloads. I appreciate, I said it, Brea, and our wonderful guests, this afternoon, this evening, this morning, whenever y'all may see this interview. I really appreciate y'all. Big shout out to Big G, Gina Hills. What's happening?
Yeah, G Holla. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. And again, thank you all so much for your time. I can't say that enough because everyone's time is precious. Everybody's time is important. And like I gotta go back to my plantation tonight. But that's temporary. Y'all better believe that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm starting the store because I'm tired of this 9 to 5 stuff. I'm tired of it. But I know how to step back, and that's not how I'm stepping back. I'm taking my butt to work however I feel. You know what I'm saying? I gotta pay these bills, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, enjoy the rest of y'all night, upcoming weekend, and may y'all have a safe holiday with your family, with your friends and however you choose to spend that time. And may you get more off days, paid off days if you have a 9 to 5 like me. You know what I'm saying? And
Amen.
so hey, you all be safe and just again, thank you for your time. Appreciate you. Much love. And this
Thank
is
you.
another great episode. You're welcome. Another great episode at the Square Table where you come get back your square, only the Square Table, hosted by me, celebrity interviewer I Said It, and the legendary Mimie Acosta out of the ATL. So man, I'll see y'all next time. Always here the last Thursday of every month. Tune in. I Said It Management, MIA Entertainment Group. Peace. Peace. Blessings. Yeah. Yes, thank y'all so much for everybody that was able to stay tuned in. Make sure you all share this show right here because we did it again. I really think we did. You know what I'm saying? I know we did. Ain't no thinking to it. That was a great conversation. Mimie, she had to leave early because she had a prior appointment. But again, thank you all for everyone that stayed along for the ride. And man, just make sure you all share this out and spread the message. And again, today's topic was about preparing ahead for 2024 for the next year, whatever year this may be when you watch this, this is going to be still a relevant conversation. So, all right, with that being said, I said it. If anybody asks, holla back. Be safe. Peace and blessings. We gone.